Welcome back to Blue Hills Bolts and Bondo. Today we're going to go after the Model T here, give it some love. You got some work done here on the cowl and the door and just above the wheel well there, but I got to go work my way to the back. So join me for that and we'll get at her here. So as you can see there, I do have a cowl patch started. I made my own bottom of the door there. I did okay, I guess. I made my own panel at the very bottom. It's not too terrible bad, not perfect by any means. Made a patch panel down below here, in through here. I made a piece here, which I left a little long because I think we'll have to fold it under. Today I'll be working on this section. And as you can see, as I go around, the very back of the tail pan there will need replacement, and just about everything the same on the other side of the car. Well, just doing some quick measurements, it looks like I could probably go 21 to fit that. I'm going to go, the height of that is 4.5, so we might as well say 5 with a 1/2 inch wrapped around underneath. 5 will definitely cover that. So I'll start out 21 by 5 and be right back with the piece cut. Okay, so I got my piece cut, hung this out about 3/4 inch, popped some holes through. And when I put it on this structure, this part here is flexing, so part reason I popped the holes through the bottom, excuse me. But yeah, so what I'll probably end up doing is holding this up. I'll clean this up and maybe spot here and here just to get the right height, and then I'll work my way across and down and probably end up cutting this out on a bit of an angle and welding it in as I go here. But that should tie all the structure together. I got about 3.5 inches travel from the bottom of this flange. 3 3/4, about 3.5 inches travel compression wise, and the spring can jump up probably another 3, so 6 inches total travel should be enough, I think. So just gonna clean up around that green line there, and sprayed in behind is that rust converter. So if you notice, some of that stuff is actually black. It has turned it or treated it a little bit. Well, I got this piece cleaned up on the edges. I'm gonna push her up into place and tack her in a few spots, then get the angle grinder out and cut on the very edge between the two and tack it together as I go. We'll see how this goes. That up as high as I can, and this is just temporary. So good. I think that's gonna hold for now. Get a little closer. It's a little hotter there. Got a gap. I'm gonna go for it here. Like the bowl. Nope, that didn't hit. Okay. Another spot maybe in the middle. Alright, then I get my disc down on an angle and start pushing some of this in. Okay, so we'll cut on a little bit of an angle between the two, and hopefully that's enough to weld together. And then from the back side we can pull out the old metal, and hopefully it matches up good here. It's not too bad of a gap. I think I'll pull this one out here so we got a little extra. Okay, let's see if we can get that tight enough and flush enough. Start in the middle here. I missed as usual. That one was good. And we'll get 3 in. Okay, that's not too bad. A little more with the grinder. Screwdriver. Pretty flush there. Oh, nice. Hit the trigger with my thumb. That's pretty flush. Keep rolling. Keep bumping that trigger. There we go. Feeling pretty good. Come down the side before that one gets released. Not going too far. Feels pretty flush right there. Try not to bump that. All right, flush here. Because I left that gap. That looks pretty good. Go hit it there too. And some blow through. And it's all behind the wheel well anyhow, so don't have to concern ourselves too much. And now, I guess I can work the other way. I don't want to get in your guys' way too much, but see what I can do. Essentially, all this disc is just resting on the edge and on a slight angle. That gives us the room to weld. Leaves us a decent enough gap anyhow. That'll have to go in a bit. Okay, got a little wider there. You gotta go lefty. I'm no good with a righty, so I'll see how this goes. There. Keep cutting. Well, I really wiggled on that. And I'm blind. You can hear things flexing and popping. A bit of heat. Not too bad, not too bad. Not too much heat. Again, behind the wheel well, so not terrible if it warps a little bit. Now this is doing lots of flexing at the bottom panel. We'll get her in here. And you flush is flush. Try left-handed again. Oy. And I'm on the edge, I think. Coming along. And Now, getting into the tricky part. Wonder if I can grind down on that edge. Actually, I should cut straight through because my grinder's going to hit that last one. See if I can start from the... Yeah, I'll be cutting that last one out here. But maybe I should put welding down at the bottom first. And try and keep it flush. A little nick on there. All right, flush. Bit of blow through. One more. Let's got that. One more down there, I think. Sorry to kick you guys. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Another stitch. And this is a homemade panel, so I'm going to tap that in, I think, a little bit. Be right back with the hammer. Not too bad. Makes the gap bigger. get to grinding. Well, I'm not sure how far you guys got. I just started grinding and I'm running out of memory. I'll flip this around and let you guys see what I did. Maybe you didn't miss too much of it. Yeah, I just started grinding a little bit, then I realized we're no longer filming. There will be more tomorrow. I'll have to go around the corner, do the back panel, and then down the passenger side. If you guys want to see more, like, share, subscribe, and if you got any tips and tricks, you want to hit me up with those, leave them in the comments. And you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.